Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is a 2019 overview. So we'll be focusing on the energies for each sign for each of the months. For my returning viewers, welcome back. And for new viewers, welcome. I'm glad that you found me here on YouTube. The way that the reading is done, I pull a card for each of the months, plus I pull an extra card for sort of each quarter. So we take a look at each month and then sort of look at that quarter as a whole. And it's just to kind of see what energies are surrounding us as we move through, or as we look forward to 2019. For the reading, I'll be using the Tarot of the Spirit deck by Pamela and Joyce Eakins, and I will also use the Zillich Tarot by Christine Zillich. These are general readings. I like to remind everybody that the messages may or may not resonate. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you are interested, all of the information can be found in the description box below this video. All right, so I will stop for now, and we'll see each of the signs in 1 second for the shuffle. Hi Aries, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your 2019 overview. As you can see, I have shuffled off camera and laid the spread to save a little bit of time. Just to explain what you see around the outside, these are the cards for the months of the year. We work from the outside in, right? We have one card for each quarter, and then at the center we have another card which is the heart of the reading. So it's the heart, the overall message for 2019. So let's start off with January. You have a beautiful start to the year. You have the Nine of Water. This is the Nine of Cups, which is the minor arcana version of the Wish card, right, of the Star card, the major arcana. And in this deck, it's called Rainbow Mirror. Followed by, for the month of February, Sister Water. This is the Page of Cups. And the month of March, you have Mother Earth. This is the Queen of Pentacles. And the overall energy for the first quarter, you have the Three of Cups. In this deck, it's called Abundance. And you do have, we'll get into it more as I move through the reading, but you do have repeating cards here. So, cards that appear in the months, they also, some of them have turned up again as the overall energy for that quarter. So the Nine of Water, to begin with, water energy is, it deals with our emotions, our feelings. It has to do with our relationships, and also how our feelings affect our behaviors and ultimately affect our relationships. And this nine, it is, it's usually the wish fulfillment card. So it's, putting your intentions, setting your intentions, putting them out into the universe, and then trusting that, or keeping the faith, having the faith that your wishes will be fulfilled. So as you start off the year in January, there could be something you might have already started working on it, in 2018. And as you move into this first part of the year, you're seeing actually, you're seeing things progress. You're actually having this, these things start coming to fruition. So there is wish fulfillment. There's, we have as the overall energy abundance. So, the year is starting off with just very upbeat, very optimistic energy with this Nine of Cups. And obviously this is going to play out differently for everybody watching, but whatever you started to put into motion around the end of 2018, whether this was a new relationship, a new applying for a new job, a new creative project, whatever this was for you, as you head into the new year, it's like there is this wish fulfillment coming in. So you're feeling just very at peace. You're feeling very harmonious. And it's like, things are finally coming together for you. It's followed in February by Sister Water, which, like I said, it would be the Page of Cups. And, this could be an individual. When we have court cards, and you do have a few court cards in your reading, they can be people playing a significant role in our lives at this time. If so, this would typically be a younger water sign individual. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, male or female. And this would usually be somebody younger. It could even be a child of yours, somebody who's sort of a teenager, early 20s. But I usually view the pages more as energies, because pages typically bring in news, right? They're the messengers. They bring in news about things. And this Page of Cups oftentimes can be the news of a new relationship. It can be the news if it has to do with a project or, a job. It can be one that you feel very happy about. It's one that's really very much in line with, what you want at a soul level, what you have really wished for. It can also have to do with like the beginning phases of a relationship. It's like that getting to know you phase, right? It can be news of a pregnancy, news of the birth of a child. And I was just looking, we do have as the overall energy this Three of Cups, which, can also speak of, in this deck it's called abundance, but it can speak of celebrations, but celebrating the news of a birth of a child, the news of a pregnancy. So obviously this will not resonate for everybody, but if you have been trying to get pregnant for a while, you do have, wish fulfillment, this news of a pregnancy, the possibly, celebrating a pregnancy here. So that for some of you, there could be, and we do have this Mother Earth who, she's a very caring individual. She's somebody who is very compassionate, very nurturing. She loves to take care of other people. And this Page of Water, or Sister Water, is somebody who's very open, very receptive, open to new things, receptive to new ideas. There's lots of energy sort of to do with caring, taking care of, and then being open to, welcoming, and then celebration with this Three of Cups. The Three of Cups can be, as simple as meeting up with friends, getting together with our, friends, acquaintances, going out, this can be going out, having a drink or having dinner out with them. And it's all about, enjoying the company of others. It can be a more significant celebration. So this can be, to do with celebrating, like I said, birth of a child, pregnancy, engagement, promotion, right? However it plays out, it is a card of celebration. And it's also a card of growth, right? Threes in the Tarot. And we do have, I'm just kind of looking around your reading here. No, sorry, just getting sidetracked here. Threes in the Tarot are expansive energies. If we think of the three, the Empress, she is, very, you have the Empress at the center of the reading. That's why I was like, I could have sworn there was the Empress somewhere. It's expansive energy. It's fertile energy. So this can be, in the area of sort of your creativity. This can be giving birth to new ideas, giving birth to new projects, expanding within the workplace, promotion, new jobs, right? And with this wish fulfillment as well, there could be, it could be more if it's not like pregnancy. This could be a project, a creative endeavor, creative project, something that you've been trying to get off the ground for a while. And it's like now you have this news coming in, and it's positive news. It fills you with happiness. There's abundance here. There's growth. So, the beginning of the year looks like it could be very, very fruitful, right? As far as creativity, growth, expansion. And as you head into the second quarter, you have Brother Wind. This would be the Knight of Wands, followed by Major Arcana, number 7, the Chariot. And for June, you have Major Arcana, number 1, the Magician. This is the Magus, the Magician. And the overall energy for the second quarter, you have the Queen of Cups. So looks like a powerful second quarter with 2 out of the, the 4 cards here being major arcanas. But beginning here with the Knight of Wands, out of all of the knights, this particular knight is the fastest moving. Fire energy, right? It flares up. There's a spark. It flares up quite quickly, but it could also burn out quite quickly. So sometimes with the Knight, there's there could be this message coming in, news, possibly news about a job, news about a creative project, endeavor, that might be time sensitive, right? You might have to act quite quickly. This Knight of Wands is also, if it's an individual, would typically be more of a middle-aged fire sign. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And, this is somebody who is very dynamic, very passionate about about what he or she does. The knights also in the tarot, they are the messengers. They go off on quests. They bring back news. They bring back gifts. So again, this could be something coming in here, possibly about either a job, a project. If it's not a job or project, it could be something that you are, or you feel very excited about, right? It could have to do with something that you do as, a creative outlet even. But it's very exciting energy, and it's followed by this, success and like the ace of the major arcana, the magician. So success and true manifestation. It looks like a very beautiful, whatever this new thing is, whether this is a new job, a new project, it has definite, it's moving forward, and there's great success at hand, because the Chariot, it can have to do with thinking of signs that these are related to. Could be a Cancer individual. The Chariot is associated with the zodiac sign of Cancer. Magician is with Mercury, but both of these cards, especially in this particular deck, they also have to do with news, and positive news coming in, and forward momentum and victory. And the Chariot is usually, it speaks of victory after obstacles, or victory after a challenge. And now it's, yes, even though it's a major arcana, which, we know that with the major arcanas, things are very much out of our hands. It's sort of the universe stepping in here. But the Chariot it's all about sort of forward momentum, and it's like you are ready to move forward with something, and you have, with the Magician, all of the tools at your fingertips with which to achieve this, right? You have the swords, the pentacles, the cups, the wands. You have everything, and you are ready. By the end of the second quarter, you are manifesting. You are bringing these, whatever these things are, this news. It's like you're acting on it, and you're bringing them in, whatever these things are, bringing them into reality, so manifesting them. And you have the overall energy of the Queen of Cups. And out of all of the queens, she is like the most intuitive. She's the most in tune with her intuition, psychic abilities. She's somebody who's very open, very compassionate, loving. That doesn't mean she's not determined, but she's very receptive and open to new things, right? To new ideas even, creativity. And there's a lot of red here. There's a lot of very passionate, creative energy. So, again, there could be something to do with your creativity, creative projects. But there's, by the time you make it through sort of the summer, beginning of summer, there's great change. As the ace of the major arcana, the Magician, the number 1 card, this is a major, it's victory. There's yes, it's a yes to whatever you've been waiting for an answer on. With the Chariot, it's like you're leaving behind any type of negative influences. You're clearing things out, and you are moving forward now. And, with the Magician, it's like, that, you are tapping into also sort of harnessing this energy from the universe, and you are bringing these things into reality. So you hold the key to create change. You have everything that you need, right? And it's interesting because, it's also important to remember that with this power, I mean, it is also a little, can be a little daunting, because you come to realize that whatever your world starts to become, it's like you are creating that, right? So you are very much in line with the universe as you bring about these changes. Now, the third quarter of the year, you start off with July. You have Major Arcana number 21, the Universe. This is the World card. Followed by the Six of Earth for August. In this deck, it's called Beauty. In September, you have the Eight of Fire. That's the Eight of Wands, and it's called the Lightning Path. And the overall energy for the third quarter, you have the same card as you have for the first month. You have the Universe. So this is card number 21. Okay. So repeating messages there. Significant endings, right? With the Universe. The Universe is the last of the major arcanas. And so it's the culmination of the Fool's journey. The Fool begins his journey with the Zero card, works through all of the, the trials, tribulations of the major arcanas until reaching the end, the Universe. So there's a significant completion here. There's sort of a victory, a celebration because of this completion, right? There's successfully completing a particularly long chapter in your life. And so it's like, I feel that, whatever you're beginning here in the second quarter, at the end of the second quarter, it's bringing about this end to a very long chapter in your life. It's like you're clearing the path for this brand new beginning. And it's a beginning that could bring in greater financial stability, more, sort of financial, a balance within your, your finances, because we have the Six of Earth, which, typically it's called the mentor-mentee card. It's one that speaks of like having enough to be able to share, to give of your resources with others. Earth energy, it is to do with our finances, the money we earn, our resources. Time can also be a resource. So sometimes this card is when you are giving of your time, so volunteering, things along that line. But in this deck, it's a little bit different. It's called Beauty. And the beauty that it speaks of is, this beauty of giving, this joy of giving, of being able to give to others, because you have kind of made it to a point where you're not needing, you're not lacking, you have enough, things are in balance. And the Universe, the World card, can also speak of balance, right? Especially in this particular deck. It's about your world being in balance, celebrations here. You're celebrating that you've been working very hard. You're completing the cycle, and there's balance coming into your life. So this could be, and let me just talk about this last one, the Eight of Fire. So the Eight of Wands, it can be change, great changes in the air, change coming through quite quickly. Again, could be another, could be an opportunity, time-sensitive opportunity. Can also be traveling by air. It can be news coming in quite quickly. This can be news, via email, texting, back and forth. But this news brings in change. And again, with the overall energy of the World card, sort of the main message for this third quarter is significant endings, balance coming to your life, right? You giving, receiving, there's balance to be had. So maybe this, this new cycle, possibly a new job, or a new creative endeavor, whatever it is, it's bringing about more balance, right? You're feeling very, it's like you're calm. It's bringing this sort of calm stability into your life. So again, it's going to play out differently for everybody, but with the Universe card, and we have the double Universe message, significant ending. So, it's not a sort of a short, something quick that you've done and it's over. This is like you've worked at it for a long time. Could be a relationship that you've been in for a long time, a job that you've done for a long time, or, you know, a project that you've been working on for a long time and you've been trying to get off the ground. So it's that type of, you know, you've put a lot of hard work and effort into it. And now it's like, okay, you know, you've done everything you needed to do. And as you head into this last quarter, right, for the month of October, you have success. You have the Six of Fire, the Six of Wands. In this deck, it's called Glory. This is the success card, followed by number 2 of the Major Arcana, the High Priestess. This is for November. And for December, Major Arcana number 14, Temperance, which is another card that speaks of balance, right? And I'll get to the repeating messages in a minute. And the overall energy for the last quarter of the year is the Queen of Discs, which we had over here, the Queen of Pentacles in the month of March. So another repeating energy. Yeah, but this fourth quarter, the last quarter of the year, you have great success with the Six of Fire. This is recognition, right? Glory. This is you standing out from the crowd. It's you receiving accolades, rewards for a job well done. So if this is within the workplace, there could be, again, promotions. There could be a pay raise. There could be, you know, if you've submitted a resume, your resume is now standing out from the crowd. You know, it's like people are paying attention to you. Whatever you've been working on, it's like you're catching the eye of many people. Now, there is this focus in the month of November on being more in touch with, you know, your spiritual side through the High Priestess, who encourages us to tap into our intuition, to tap into and trust in our psychic abilities, to pay attention to the messages coming through in our dreams, right? Pay attention, or she puts a great importance on the subconscious, on these messages coming through in, you know, non-traditional ways. So through our dreams, through signs, synchronicities, repeating numbers, messages. She sits between our realm and the spiritual realm. She's like the veil, right? She encourages us. She holds the knowledge, and she encourages us to tap into this hidden knowledge. So there could be a focus on, you know, really getting in touch with listening to your intuition, right? Paying attention to that gut feeling as you're trying to even make a decision, or as you're, you know, working on projects. Just trusting in your intuition and beginning to use it more in your day-to-day life to make decisions, right? To guide you. And you end the year with another card of balance, the Temperance card. In December, it speaks of everything in moderation, right? That is what the Temperance card ultimately has to do with. It can have to do with a delay, divine timing at play, but it's also, you know, all things in balance, all things in moderation. So all areas of our life in balance, approaching everything that we do in life with a very moderate, a very tempered approach. And the Queen of Discs is the overall energy. Again, very practical, solid, stable earth energy, right? She's very nurturing. She's very good at making money. She's also very good at holding on to her money, managing her money. She's resourceful. So it's a very practical approach to the last portion of the year. And then you have at the center of your reading, you have Major Arcana number 3. This is the Empress. And in this deck, she's called Creativity. And there's a lot of messages in sort of the spread as a whole relating to creativity and growth. Again, I mentioned this at the beginning, but the Empress does have to do with giving birth to new ideas, giving birth to new creative projects. She can obviously be very fertile energy, so giving or getting pregnant, actually giving birth. So during the year, there might be, for some of you, there might be news of a pregnancy. There might be the birth of a child, whether this is, your own or somebody close to you, but there's this very fertile energy surrounding you the entire year. And so, it's like, how are you going to use, put this wonderful creative energy to best use, right? And I think that you're being asked to, yes, trust in yourself, trust in your own abilities, right? But also trust in the universe, in the opportunities that the universe is going to bring into your life this year, and harness, right? Partner with the universe, harness that energy to really manifest in very, material, solid ways what you want. So, if you are an artist and creativity, and I think, let me read you from the Osho Zen, the guidebook, what it has to say, sort of the commentary about this card, just to give you an idea of this, creative force. So it says, from the alchemy of fire and water below to the divine light entering from above, the figure in this card is literally possessed by the creative force. Really, the experience of creativity is an entry into the mysterious. Technique, expertise, and knowledge are just tools. The key is to abandon oneself to the energy that fuels the birth of all things. This energy has no form or structure, yet all the forms and structures come out of it. It makes no difference what particular form your creativity takes. It can be painting or singing, planting a garden, or making a meal. The important thing is to be open to what wants to be expressed through you. Remember that we don't possess our creations. They do not belong to us. True creativity arises from a union with the divine, with the mystical and the unknowable. Then it is both a joy for the creator and a blessing to others. And I think this it really does sort of sum up your entire yearly spread here, because there's so much energy, creative energy that I see here, and potential for growth. But then there's also this, connection to the divine and needing to really tap into, this creative energy coming through for you. So, it's this balance. And even with this, temperance card, this balance between even, like what you put into it in the universe. There's this, it keeps showing up throughout your spread, like these main messages. So, I mean, it looks like a beautiful year for you with lots of great potential. So I do hope that the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful 2019. Bye for now.